Ivan the Terrible, renowned for his ferocity in battle, his ruthless deeds, and his iron-fisted rule, had a surprisingly complex romantic history. Despite fathering only 2 surviving children, Ivan took on not 1, not 2, but 8 wives throughout his tumultuous reign. Yet, the tales of these women are far from ordinary. With only 2 wives outliving him, the majority of Ivan's marriages ended in tragedy. Get ready to delve into the tumultuous love life of one of history's most notorious figures. Anastasia Romanovna. Anastasia Romanovna, born in 1530, played a pivotal role during the reign of Ivan the Terrible. Their paths crossed at a bridal selection event in 1547, shortly after Ivan's coronation as the Tsar of Russia at the age of 16. Anastasia, a member of a noble family with her father being a boyar and statesman, married Ivan, bringing her noble lineage and a stabilizing influence to his life. The union between Ivan and Anastasia was politically beneficial, and it is widely believed that their relationship was genuinely affectionate. The couple had 6 children, with their son Ivan Ivanovich being designated as Ivan's successor. Anastasia was reputed for her wisdom, benevolence, and her capacity to moderate Ivan's erratic behavior. However, her life came to a mysterious end in 1560, amid allegations of poisoning. This event deeply affected Ivan, leading to a significant deterioration in his trust towards his court. Convinced that Anastasia was assassinated, Ivan initiated a severe crackdown on the boyars, suspecting them of involvement in his wife's death. This period marked the beginning of numerous purges and executions within the Russian nobility, reflecting a drastic shift in Ivan's governance towards increased autocracy and violence. Maria Temryukovna. Despite the deep sorrow Ivan felt after Anastasia's death, he remarried within a year to Maria Temryukovna, a young woman whose beauty caught his eye. Maria was just 16 and came from a noble family in the Caucasus region. Unlike Ivan, who was an Orthodox Christian, Maria practiced paganism. There were rumors that Anastasia had advised Ivan against marrying a pagan, and as it turned out, Maria was not well liked by the people. She was seen as manipulative, and there were even rumors that she was a witch. Maria is believed to have encouraged Ivan's worst tendencies, including the formation of the Oprichnina, a feared group of bodyguards that acted like a secret police. Maria didn't adapt well to her new life or her role as a stepmother to Ivan's children. When she died at the age of 25 in 1569, some thought Ivan might have been involved, but there's no proof of that. Ivan suspected that Maria was poisoned like Anastasia, and his response was to torture those he suspected of being involved, showing how his paranoia had deepened. Marfa Sobakina. Marfa became Ivan the Terrible's 3rd wife in 1571 after being selected in a grand event. Her father Nikita Sobakin, a well-known figure from Novgorod, played a significant role in her selection, aligning with Ivan's strategy to build alliances with influential families. To safeguard Marfa in a climate of increasing distrust, Ivan kept her in a secure fortress, accessible only to those he trusted deeply. Nonetheless, Marfa's time as queen was tragically brief. She died under mysterious circumstances mere days after her wedding in November 1571. Amidst rumors of poisoning, a common danger within the tense Russian court atmosphere. Her death exacerbated Ivan's paranoia and his suspicion towards the nobility, prompting him to enforce even stricter control measures. Interestingly, it is believed that her death was not an assassination attempt against Ivan, but rather an unfortunate result of her mother's attempt to cure her infertility, which tragically led to Marfa's premature demise. Anna Koltovskaya. Following his short-lived marriage to Marfa in 1572, Anna became Ivan's 4th wife, a move that went against the usual rules of the Orthodox Christian Church, which typically allowed a person to marry up to 3 times. Anna also came from a noble Russian family, and her marriage to Ivan was part of his plan to strengthen his political connections. However, their marriage didn't last long and didn't produce any children. This was a big problem for Ivan. Eventually, Ivan annulled the marriage. This situation highlights how difficult life could be for women married to the Tsar. They were under a lot of pressure to have children, and their marriages were more about politics than love, though she didn't meet her demise while being married to Ivan. Anna's story shows the risks and challenges faced by women in the royal court during Ivan's reign. Anna Vasilchikova. His 5th marriage was to Anna Vasilchikova, a union that occurred in the latter part of his reign, around 1575. Like his previous marriages, this alliance was likely motivated by political and personal considerations, though specific details about Anna's background and her family's standing within the Russian nobility are less documented. The marriage to Anna, however, followed the pattern of Ivan's later marriages, being short-lived and fraught with difficulties. Historical records suggest that this marriage too did not produce any heirs, continuing the trend of dynastic challenges that plagued Ivan's reign. The relationship between Ivan and Anna deteriorated, leading to her being sent away from the court. It is believed that Anna was forced to enter a convent, a common fate for women who fell out of favor with Ivan or were no longer of political use to him. Vasilisa Melentyeva. Often regarded as the sixth wife of Ivan the Terrible, Vasilisa is shrouded in legend and speculation. Her existence is debated, with some considering her a fictional creation from the 19th century. The tales surrounding Vasilisa are varied and colorful. One narrative describes her as the widow of a prince, while others suggest she was a slave from Ukraine or Georgia, possibly even a concubine whom Ivan freed and married. According to lore, Ivan, who had not truly loved since the death of his first wife Anastasia, was utterly enchanted by her. Their union reportedly occurred in 1579, marking a rare moment of affection in Ivan's turbulent reign. However, the story takes a tragic turn with rumors of an affair with a prince named Devletev. Consumed by jealousy and rage, Ivan is said to have executed a cruel form of justice by killing Devletev in front of her and then banishing her to a convent. The lack of official records or a known grave for Vasilisa fuels further speculation, with some believing she managed to escape monastic life, finding refuge and tranquility in a secret existence far from the turmoil of the court. Maria Dolgorukaya. Maria is often mentioned as one of Ivan's wives, reputed to be his seventh, but her story is among the most obscure and debated within his matrimonial history. The scarcity of solid historical evidence makes her existence and her marriage to Ivan a topic of intrigue and speculation. According to some sources, Ivan married her in 1580. However, her time as Ivan's wife was reportedly brief. Legend has it that Ivan was informed she was not a virgin shortly after marrying. Acting on these accusations, Ivan is said to have had Maria drowned as punishment for her supposed betrayal. This story, much like other tales surrounding Ivan's marriages, is difficult to verify with historical documents, and as such, remains a part of the folklore surrounding Ivan's reign. Maria Nagaya. Finally, often recognized as Ivan's last wife, they were married around 1581. She came from a noble family, a common trait among Ivan's spouses, as marriages were typically arranged to strengthen political alliances. Their marriage happened during the later years of Ivan's rule, a period marked by significant internal turmoil and strife within Russia. This backdrop of chaos might have influenced Ivan's decision to marry Maria, perhaps as a move to secure alliances with her noble family, or to find some semblance of personal stability amidst the ongoing turmoil. Dmitry, their son, died under mysterious circumstances on May 15, 1591, in Uglich. Officially, his death was declared an accident, attributed to a fatal stab wound he supposedly inflicted on himself during an epileptic seizure. But Maria was convinced her son was murdered, a belief that sparked unrest among the locals. After the mysterious death of her son Dmitry in 1591, and amidst her vocal objections to the official explanation, Maria was forced to enter a convent. This action not only silenced her protests, but also effectively removed her from the political scene, during a time that would later be marked by chaos and competing claims to the Russian throne, an era known as the Time of Troubles. The years following the death of Ivan the Terrible in 1584 were difficult for Maria. Her forced exile to a convent was a fate shared by many noble widows who lost favor or became embroiled in controversy. The intrigue surrounding her son's death continued to unfold as several impostors, known as the false Dmitris, claimed his identity in bids for power, further stirring the already turbulent political landscape of Russia. Thanks for tuning in on History's Untold. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to journey further into the fascinating corners of history, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we unearth another incredible story. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring, because history is filled with stories that are just waiting to be told. See you in the next episode.